Your lips stuck.
Yeah.
My mic sound nice, check one. My mic sound nice, check two. You're supposed to be saying the numbers.
Your nails hurt.
Sound nice, check three. Are you ready? Right about now. So lame. Ain't nobody laughing at that. Nobody's laughing but you. Y'all, what's going on, guys? Where y'all at? Happy Friday. We're so glad to be back. Last Friday, coming back. Was it last Friday we were coming back from Mexico?
Coming from where?
Coming back. Hey, y'all, what's going on?
I'm going to hold it just like that.
Let us know where you coming.
Wait.
Y'all, he is a little special, okay?
What? Excuse me?
A little special.
Excuse me? What's going on, y'all, man? We back on it, man. We know we skipped last Friday. She was getting them teeth work finished.
Screwed in.
And, boy, when we go and get that work done, man, it's a long process. But we're going to let y'all go ahead and jump in here. Like we always do. Like we always do. Where are you watching from? What state, city, country? Whether you at your mama house, your grandmama house in Alabama, or you at your auntie house in Turkey, where are you watching from? Where are you watching from, man? Happy Friday. Happy Friday.
Let's go.
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
Those are the whitest teeth I've ever seen.
Stop it. It was a guy in the dentist office, y'all, that said that. It was hilarious.
Man, where y'all watching from? Drop them in the comment section below.
Oh, I got a tooth missing, like, right?
What?
Yeah. I guess it's just the way the light
it's like
hit
a little piece. Oh, no, that's just how it is.
Yeah, that's how it looks. But it's not.
I was trying to say, I know good and well you ain't bite a piece of chicken. Right? I know good and well. Huh? No, what's going on, Lisa, man? Hometown, Georgia.
GA in the building. What's going on, guys? We're being silly over here.
Where I'm from, my city. I ain't want to put it on the side because the hat look, it looked like got soap suds on it.
Who knows what happened?
But my hometown city, Georgia.
What's going on? How's everybody?
Atlanta, Georgia, South Georgia, to be exact, though.
Hope the weekend has been going well. Your week has been going well.
What's going on? Yes. Can y'all hear us good? Who else on here? Who else comment? I see Lisa commented from Georgia. Where else? I see y'all coming in.
Come on in, y'all. We got lots of stuff to talk about. Yes, we do.
Happy Friday. Well, it's Happy Friday, but it's a lot of bogus stuff going on in the world, man. It's a lot going on at one time. It's like a big cluster of stuff going on at one time. It is. It's a lot going on. You know, when you start getting to the end of times, end of days, that's when it start getting like this. Come on, jump on in here. We can start going. I say when we get about 50 people jumping on. Indiana, what's going on? What part of Indiana?
Renita.
Indianapolis or close to Chicago, Gary side? What's going on?
Well, shout out to anybody. If you all are out here on the West Coast, as people are coming in and dropping their hometowns or where they're calling or watching from, we are.
Thank you, Renita.
We have been going to VidCon, and just shout out to all the dope creators on VidCon. Man, it has been so just empowering and enlightening to meet other content creators who are humble, who are genuine, who have massive followings, guys. Yeah. And you wouldn't even realize this.
Nova Scotia.
They are just
so
cool. We have been learning a lot, so we can't wait to start, regurgitating the information that we learned in our content.
Southwest
so hopefully
Florida.
You guys will be noticing, just
Fort Wayne
doing things a little different, still on the same content that we're on, just, being more creative with it. It's been so inspiring. And it's one more day that I want to go to on tomorrow. It's a couple of classes that I want us to take on Saturday, and that will wrap it up for us. But I just wanted to say, I had to shout out the content creators we have been seeing at VidCon. It's been
that's where we've been for the last couple of days, man. It's just been this month. Business has been so busy, and there's still so much we got to do before this month end. I know we just starting off, but let me see what you say. F article called "The Shadow Campaign to Save 2020 Election." Details a group of rich and influential people to get law changes, censor people, ban people, use activities and corporations to fortify Biden's win. I believe that 100%, man. We are in the matrix. So we are in the matrix.
Zambia, what's going on?
When you're in the matrix, all thing goes and everything. They present movies to you to make it almost seem like, oh, this could be real, but it's just a movie. And actually, it really is real. A lot of stuff that be going on.
Wow.
New Hampshire, what's going on?
Super chat.
Yeah, I appreciate that super chat.
Justin in the building. Rebecca, hey, New
Texas.
Hampshire. Let's go.
Texas, Florida in the house. Lived in Athens, Georgia for a while. Ran back to the sunshine. Said, "Hey, you know what? I was telling my wife.
Let me get the article here.
If we left California, it'd be Florida or Texas."
I want to go back and write the article down that F put in here. Am I saying your name right? I know you are one that comes on quite frequently, and just want to shout you out. Thank you so much for your support.
Thank you, F.
But I want to write this down. Article called "The Shadow Campaign to Save 2020." Got it. Okay.
Don't touch my mouse anymore. All right. Thank you.
Well, let's dive in, bro.
Yeah, let's dive in. So I was, in light of all the stuff that's going on, it's so much going on at one time. And there's only one thing all this brings it brings confusion, and it brings distraction. And usually a distraction is when they want you to not look. Like I always say, you're supposed to look here because this is going on, but they want you to look here. And it's a lot of looking here. And it's a lot of fakeness. And what I'm so happy about the internet doesn't play. The internet recognizes all the fakeness. Whereas in the past, before the internet, everybody would just been looking here. That's all you had. You had the TV. Let's believe it. Well, no. Y'all starting to do stuff around the time of Joe Biden's run amok. And he's trying to hide it and cover all this stuff up, man. Go ahead. You want to start it off?
Yeah, let's go ahead. Okay. So are these things distractions? Let's talk about the aliens, guys.
The aliens. Let's start with the aliens first.
That blew us by a storm. It blew me by a storm. And when you see the guys who, talked about this, they had their phone video and other video footage they still haven't released yet.
Yeah.
The content or what they've been talking about, the police, the authorities came over and were like, okay, y'all got some extraterrestrial stuff going on. We're not even trying to deal with it, so more power to you, but don't call us. It was kind of like funny, but he was for real.
You talking about the guy?
Yeah, the police officer. He was like, but one of his police officer friends in the area's camera caught the footage as well, so that's what made it more believable and it didn't have them thinking it was just somebody who was a little off their rockers calling, playing games on 911.
I looked at that footage several times, and they'll keep highlighting in and be like, look at this thing in the middle of this. First of all, who got bobcats in their backyard? But the truck. And I was like, I don't know, man. It was like, that seemed fake. Stuff. I don't know, man. I think
they had a large piece of property, and they made, they had a lot of land. Or fenced off.
I don't know, man.
What do y'all think?
I know that. So God made a massive universe, right? But I do believe from a level of where we are, he made this space is only fit for us. Earth is only fit for humans. And I don't think he would have anything living that close enough to us. But I do believe there are other universe because it's endless. We don't know. God didn't make all that space for us. He made this for us. He didn't make another planet for us to inhabit.
But there are other people who have had
sightings. 600 billion light years. You got to get sucked through a black hole to see another.
When you go into Vegas, that's the area for the extraterrestrial, where they see the alien crafts or whatever you call them, spaceships.
They see them everywhere. But what I'm saying is, I believe that was a distraction. So they try to find which distraction going to have you thrown off. And it seems like the closer to the whistle blow, the bigger the distraction. So
aliens, hey, I'm Renee C. from Raleigh. What's good? Yes, Christine, you made it on time. We ain't been on here long, girl. Appreciate you coming on.
We've been about 9 minutes.
But no, I think it was for real. Do you guys think the aliens thing was a distraction, or do you really think that it was something that those people saw in their household? They saw it. I mean, the family, they looked distraught.
Let me tell you something.
And the man, the boy, the young one, he was like a young guy.
Yeah.
Let me not say boy.
No.
But the young man said he hadn't been right since. He was like, he's stressed.
We don't know what he smoked before he went into the interview. First of all, I'm going to tell you something.
Smoke? Why you got to be smoking?
I'm going to tell you something. most of the time, most of these encounters, people are really seeing the physical encounters are from people that are deal in the occult at some form, something that something you smoking in to think you talking to angels. These are the main ones that be saying they see stuff. So I bet you if they go look into this guy's personal life, he got about 8 Ouija boards in the house.
It doesn't matter.
He's smoking under something from the bottom of the table.
We're not talking about.
No, but I'm saying what I'm saying is the reason why I'm saying how I'm saying the fakeness of that.
Cody said it. He thinks it was. Fake
I'm saying
too.
what I think that is because if there was a real spotting and it was that serious and it was that close to us, they would shut that. They would shut that door. They would say no. They would say no media would be reporting on that. They would be over there with their family, over there dealing with the family.
He said the man in the black suit came to the house.
Man, that was some random neighbor with a Crown Vic, looked like a police car.
I feel like it was something for real.
You know how everybody can get a Crown Vic with the police stuff on the front of it.
Go back and read the comments. I feel like it was real.
Man, that was a Crown Vic.
Okay.
Research the blue beam. We're not alone. Genesis speaks of the Anakins and the Nephilim. No. Greg, don't get me wrong. I know we're not alone. And first of all, Nephilim are from when the angels had sex with the humans. So those are the demons that I speak of. I believe that those are more spirits. But when the media says, "Hey, look at him. He had an alien go to his house." All right, they looking over there. Let's go ahead and do this, drop this so the media ain't covering this because they're looking at the aliens. Okay, that died off. They were already going after Trump, going to whatever they can do at Trump. They can do whatever, they trying to do whatever they can to get Trump off. And they're like, oh, we need something a little bigger for the moment because whatever was about to be uncovered, whistleblown, is about to blow off. We need something right now. Hey, you know them guys we got over there, the ones that need file for insurance, the insurance fraud. Hey, all right. Go ahead over there. This will work for a good story. Y'all guys be good. We're good. Y'all not even gonna go that far down. We're gonna go ahead and y'all just get out the boat halfway.
I feel
y'all get out the boat halfway, and then we're gonna say this thing imploded and blew up.
It may be a distraction. However, I'm not gonna negate that that's not what they saw.
I don't know. I believe They showed
it was fake. A lot of it was fakes. Cody said
they did show green
fake.
flying by a cop.
See?
I don't know.
See?
No, I don't know.
Oh my God, as it was fake. There was no creator from Impact. Okay, of UFO.
Notice, and also, man, notice with distractions when it comes to alien, those people a lot of times will be either getting. I starting to study this. A lot of times, folks are getting high and they think they're speaking to angels, and they're thinking the people that are so quick to see this stuff are people that diving into stuff that they shouldn't be endeavoring in. So yeah, you seeing the alien. I saw it in the backyard, but
well,
I don't
nevertheless of what they were on.
But I'm saying
when
that's
they saw it.
A distraction. The media said, let's let it focus over here.
Right. The point is they saw an alien.
But you see, they're not there. You don't.
After all this, they're not talking about it anymore.
They're not talking about it. They're not even talking about the Titanic thing. Ain't as focused. They not. You don't hear them. I don't hear them talking about the Trump stuff anymore. About trying to come after them. I don't hear it's not being pumped as hard. Why?
Okay.
Why?
So we said that the aliens. We think some of us think that the
Michael,
aliens
you said EBS. What is that? Irritable bowel syndrome? No, I don't know. I don't know. Is that what you mean?
But we know. So we can agree. Some of us say that the alien situation was a distraction. Even though we know that we have had many people and even what you call those people that's flying the airplanes.
Key, that's right. You said, oh my goddess. She said they said there was a boom and a shockwave, but yet no crater from impact. So yeah, that's exactly. If you hear something that big, that boom, it's gonna make a big old hole in the ground. It's gonna make a big nasty hole. And if it hit them people's house, they would have a big old spot on the ground.
It wasn't the house. There was something in the grass. Okay.
Oh yeah, 2 pebbles and then 2 large ETs. Hiding behind the tractors. Well, I don't know, man. The media is so fake. They just trying to.
Okay, guys. So we have some partial here beliefs.
Yeah.
Some of us say we think it's fake, and some of us think it's. I still think it was a distraction, nevertheless. But I
drop
think,
a 1.
I think it was real.
Drop a 1 if you think it was real. Drop a 2 if you think it was fake.
Mark said, this is desert. You can see a lot of lights and stars.
I'm gonna drop a 1. I'm gonna say I'm gonna say what? No, wait.
Okay, go back up. Go back up. Right before Mark.
No, what did I say? One real, one fake.
One real, two fake.
Two fake. I'm sorry. Disregard my one. Two. This was fake. That was fake. That's one of the things that they're trying to distract you on that they no longer are talking about. Fake. Why are they not no longer pushing the whole thing with Trump? I'm not hearing that. I'm not seeing that blasting across the news. I'm curious to see once this Titanic thing blows over, are they going to run back and be talking about the whole thing with, oh yeah, Trump in the documents.
I hear you, Rebecca. I'm a believer in the existence of life on other planets, but this story's just too fishy. Been watching Men in Black lately. I feel you.
It just landed in his backyard, and where did they go?
MSM is a problem. MSM.
So if something landed in your backyard, I'd be scared to even go in the house. I'd be froze. I'd be trying to see, what's this thing gonna do? It just disappeared. They don't talk about it. And then the dude is just doing random interviews.
D.R. Ross says MSM is a problem. They're in bed with Democrats. Trump has exposed the swamp.
Yeah.
Democrats and rhinos. Let's go. If it doesn't have Trump in it, then it's a distraction.
Yeah.
Okay, I believe that.
I believe all of it is a distraction. I don't them things with the files. They know that ain't worth nothing. They don't even know how they even going after that. The Titanic.
Hold on. I got a list here. I need you to stay on the track. You're running your mouth too much now. Okay. So the second one is submarine implosion. Is that a distraction?
Look at them twos.
Okay. All right, y'all. Okay.
And they knew that sub was going early. They knew that sub had already blew up.
I mean, I am empathetic. I have to really, really have more facts before I can say it's fake.
How you know it's real? You don't have facts on the real. You just got what the media giving you.
True.
Fake news.
But we have to dig.
Fake news.
So, but I was asking him, I was like, how do those five men,
yeah,
how do those five men, big, tall, grown men, fit in that small submarine? So that was one of my questions.
Yeah. Okay. And this is the next one. See, I see all the twos. I see a couple ones in there.
We still talking about the submarine thing.
No, that's why I'm going into the submarine part of it. So we on the second part of this distraction, because it's three main distractions. So the first one we were talking about the aliens, which is no longer. Now we talking about this the Titanic.
Yes.
The fake trip.
What's going on, Mikey S? Happy day, Scotland in the building. Let's go. Okay, so
y'all make sure y'all go in and subscribe too. If you ain't subscribed, make sure y'all jump on and subscribe right now.
So I mean,
hit that like button. That's right, Greg.
You have some wealthy people who want to do escapades, excursions, adventures. Y'all know we like adventures. We like excursions. We got the bread. We gonna break it and do something that some people just don't have the option to do because they ain't got that bread. So I was thinking these folks going down here want to go down to the Titanic, and I was thinking to myself, the Titanic, that's at the absolute bottom of the ocean, but they are down there. And I was like, that must be so cool. I'm like, that is so cool. And then all of a sudden they ain't make it. I'm like, what happened?
So you telling me no. It cannot be that. It's no way. You telling me, first of all, so we not going to cover the whole 500, 700 immigrants that are just that didn't make it at sea. They ain't just focused on that. They focused on 5 old white men that apparently were wealthy, and a 19-year-old that was amongst the crew. They just went down there and just disappeared. First of all, I ain't heard that many wealthy people that just gonna risk it all like that.
You got some that got on a rocket. Didn't they go to Mars?
What, wasn't that a SpaceX?
So what's the difference between going to outer space and then getting on a submarine going to the bottom of the ocean? Just as much risk getting a rocket trying to see the moon versus getting a submarine trying to go to the bottom of the ocean.
What's the difference between eating a hot dog and a Vienna sausage? That was the difference between the two.
No, it's still just as risky as getting in a rocket.
Man, let me tell you something. I would have took the rocket, then I would have took going 2 hours to the bottom of the ocean to see the Titanic. Risk,
and so many things can still go wrong in a spaceship, guys. Y'all know that. It's been so many, things that's happened. They've gone up and had to do their tests and come back down and, exploding and all that kind of stuff. So what's the difference?
Man, I don't trust it. I don't know. I don't trust it. I think that's bull too. Have they, and then soon if soon they're going to start saying, oh, well, here's the bodies, if they have the bodies. I don't trust that. I don't even believe that. I just believe why did the media focus on covering this now, right before the whole Biden thing was really, which is still going to blow up, but whatever the reason was why they said, okay, now let's go ahead and give everybody the whole, they only got 30 minutes of air left. Why did they do that around that time? What was going to happen around those windows of time that they put everybody's eyes on that? That's what I'd be like. That's why I feel like even like now I'm getting to a point where I'm not trying to sound conspiracy theorist, but that's the world we live in. They know distractions. If they can point us the way, they can do what they want to do. So
they get in the submarine. I mean, why now? Who knows why now? But they get in the submarine and they want to go for an excursion. So they get in the submarine and they want to go to the bottom of the ocean. And then all of a sudden,
he sounds so cute. She was like, they just got and they just wanted to go.
All of a sudden, they don't make it. And at first, I was like, man, that is so sad. That is so sad. And then, so you see the guy who's one of the engineers who does this. He also was part. He
was talking about that. Yep.
Yeah. And he made it sound so convincing, like, they heard a boom because the Navy was tracking them. They were all on the radar. And after they heard the boom, he knew. He said he started emailing his friends and calling people. It was like, man, we just lost some guys. We just lost some of our friends. So do you think this guy's going to get on the news and make all that up?
I don't trust it.
How much they paying him for that then?
Renita she said, why would billionaires go and risk their lives? Yes. And first of all, okay. That's too much money of individuals to go to get into a ship and to duck your head. And then the ship was controlled with a PlayStation remote, with an Xbox controller. What are you talking about? And then the ceiling was made off from parts from IKEA.
That's what made me a little suspect is when I saw the remote control. If they control the submarine with a but with a gaming remote, I was like,
and then he was like,
can't be real.
Well, I got and the part of this was made from IKEA and Target right here. We just made the top part from IKEA and Target carbon fiber,
But it's because
we put a little wrap on here from But
it's because they're billionaires that they would do something like that. I think it's the exact opposite because they have the money, because they have the time, they create their own. They have the time to do it. They create their own schedule. Yeah. So why not break the bread and go down there? Because we know we're going to come back. This is fun for us guys. And they had to sign a waiver, so they said. But the question is, why now? Let's just say it did happen.
Listen.
But why do it right now?
Why do it right now? Yeah. I don't believe them. First of all, I don't believe them guys went down there.
I believe that too, Kevin.
I don't believe them people are down there. I believe that they showed you them going down there, but I don't believe them people actually went down there. And for all we know, them could be Biden's homeboys, his kinfolks, his family members, his friends, or whoever.
Well, they don't need the
stage
money.
That.
So what?
All we know, man, this is somebody. These people are related to somebody, rich or not. I don't know too many rich people that just want to risk it all like that and to get into a Sprite can and go up under the ocean.
They want to see the Titanic.
2 hours, get down. Man, do you know, man? He said 2 hours. They went down there for 2 hours, and then you just boom.
But then one of the engineers. Well, this is what the news said. One of the engineers said that they left the project. So the news said was like, okay, well, I'm not agreeing with this. I'm not co-signing on this. I'm not, y'all at your own risk. So they did. It was truly their own risk. The two, go back up. What did they say?
What? Go back up.
The two richest,
Did I miss it? Yeah, the two richest.
Joy, M. MacG, the two richest men who were against the Fed Bank died on the Titanic.
Now more wealthy men die at the Titanic. Watch the feds. I don't trust it. I don't believe it. I think it's bull. It's too many things trying to go up at one time, man. This whole thing with Biden's about to hit the lid. It's gonna hit the lid. It's at the surface, at the top. You can't do nothing with Trump because that's some whole bull. Everybody take paperwork home. You can't do it when you get the alien boy. What happened to that?
You haven't heard anything else about it. It's silent. He was just like, he's trying to get his thoughts together. That's what he said. He said he ain't been right since.
What happened to that? He trying to get his thoughts together. I wonder how much they paid him.
If an alien came down in your backyard in your neighborhood and you saw something there, and then when you looked at the thing, you paralyzed, you wouldn't be able to sleep either. Because that's what he said. He said that he has, when he looked at it, he made eye contact, he was froze. So you would have nightmares. You would be traumatized, probably experiencing symptoms of PTSD.
Yeah, you know what it is? Child, please. Cause that's what's going on here. It's some bull crap. That's some bull crap. That's some bull crap. That's some bull crap. First of all, I don't know, man. I think with the whole ship thing, man, they could have did better about that one. They could have made something a little bit
more believable.
A little bit more believable for me.
I believed it at first.
What about the immigrants? What about the 500 that passed on that ship? What about them? Why was that not the big thing that just kept being covered?
Because you know how they feel about how he didn't pass the right bill. So these people are furious about what's going on in our country, how our immigrants are coming over here illegally. People aren't happy about that. So maybe that's why they didn't. And it's not the wealthy. It's not. What? So what you trying to say?
You know what I'm trying to say. Stop.
That's not a distraction.
Whose side you on?
That's not a distraction because they're not reporting on it. No one's saying anything about it.
Man, I don't know, man. So I wonder what's the next thing. What's the next distract? They trying to see. I don't know. I feel like the government sometimes tries to use the world as a test system. Just let's keep trying to test them. Let's keep trying to test them. Let's see what we can get them to believe. Let's see what we can get them to believe. Let's see where their emotions go. Because now we got you. So I'm curious to know. I'm glad that Fox News and I'm glad on the conservative side that they are continuing to still go after the whole Hunter Biden thing.
Yes.
And not trying to fall off with it because the media wants you to look elsewhere. So I will say this, I don't really trust either of the news station, but the Fox News is falling more in line to our beliefs. But for all we know, I don't know, man. I don't know. Let me just be mild. I ain't gonna say but so much on this platform like that. But y'all, we got to be careful in these streets, man. They've been running scams and running game on people for 70 years. And
what was the third distraction?
It was on 3. It was the alien. It was aliens. It was the Trump files and the submarine.
Okay.
I don't hear them talking about the Trump file thing no more. I ain't seen that pop across the screen. Have you seen that pop across the screen?
No, but I did see something about the sex charges that came up. About
who? Andrew Tate?
No, I'm talking about Trump. I just saw it.
What sex files?
The charges on the rape charges or something like that for $5 million, and he's
Oh yeah, I saw something come across. Something.
Of course, he's appealing that.
Yeah. But they're not pushing that. Have you noticed they're not it's not being plastered across the news. They're not honed in on it. The stuff that they hone in, every station in the world looking at, y'all just keep focusing on what was going on before they start blasting that. Just keep focusing on that.
But the attorney general that's being impeached, I just stumbled upon this, and it's been in the months. I mean, it's been in the news for weeks, and that's been real hush hush. I didn't even know that he was being impeached.
Cody said, guys, the submarine is real. Many prominent people, including James Cameron, was trying to warn them. I believe the submarine is real, but I just don't know if believe the people on it. And if they were on it, that makes no darn sense to be that wealthy and to just go and just die immediately. It don't make no sense.
And see, that's what.
And how many of them ships have they tested? How many ships have tested? Have they tested that them ships can go that far?
Well, they were saying that they were telling them. Even the engineer who did the Titanic movie, he was the one that was saying that he was trying to tell them that wasn't it. He wouldn't have recommended them, and he said he thought that. He didn't mention it, and now he kind of in hindsight wishes he had spoke up about it. But he said he already knew based off of the type of material that they were using, it wasn't going to last. That's not, and that submarine had been down there on several times, but he said he knew that it was just a matter of time. So maybe that's why they felt comfortable, because it had been on several excursions before.
Mm-hmm. To the bottom?
And made it. Yes, and made it.
That's bull.
And now all of a sudden,
on excursion number 3, it just blow up under the ocean.
Or 5 or 6. But another engineer said that he was not going to co-sign. I didn't get his name, but he said that. And James Cameron, he must be the guy that we're talking about. I'm not sure, but I think that's the one we saw earlier. He was like, he said another engineer on the project walked away and was like, I'm not co-signing this. This ain't it. This is not going to work. You're not going to have my name on, dragging my name down to say I okayed this. So I feel like they made a horrible mistake. They were wealthy. They were rich. They had money. They wanted to do it. The submarine had been down there before. So shoot, if it took them down and they did it 2 and 3 times, why not us?
Rocky Mountain Baby said, I know a few wealthy people who are bored enough to do this.
See? Exactly.
But I don't. All the wealthy people I know, they want more life. You know? So that's what made me.
Yes, those are black people. I'm just saying.
Well, no, I'm saying, listen.
But you know, our adventure is different. Come on, let's be real. We do certain things a little different because we're a little bit more scared to try things, and a lot of us can't swim. So I'm just saying.
No, you should not be wealthy and can't swim in the water.
But I'm just saying.
Teflon said it's definitely fishy because they had already announced that a documentary about the missing submarine had already been done by Tuesday, the 21st of June.
Well, we are guys. We are split. We're split. We got some of us that think it's a distraction, and others think that it might be real. So I'm just saying. But I do believe that a lot of stuff.
Did you hear the door knock? It's 2 aliens out there asking for you.
I believe a lot of stuff is coming up, and they're trying to overshadow what's really going on with
I do
Biden
know,
and
for
Hunter.
sure.
We all know that. We know that they are trying their best to allow him to get off of that tax, the fraud. And now they have WhatsApp messages, and it's like,
what you mean WhatsApp message?
They have WhatsApp messages
about
from, what? Hunter Biden talking to the what's his name? I want to say is it Zhang? They said I want to say the Chinese was it.
But
Chinese?
how we don't know that these family members ain't somewhere chilling somewhere, and now you just have to, play dead. But I'm just saying, how do we know these billionaires weren't about to go through some kind of big financial thing and they needed a fake death or something? But
we know they are
got insurance, big insurance payments.
They're trying to thwart the attention away from what's really going on, and that's Hunter and Biden being truly exposed.
Yeah.
But see, I told Brian today, I said these Republicans are on it. Marjorie,
next is weather. I agree.
She said, Marjorie is like, oh no. She's really trying to get her Republican cohorts to come on in and let's get this paperwork together because she is not slacking off. And that's what you need. You need someone who is dedicated to the process and want justice for themselves and for our government because they know how we feel as citizens of this country. They know how frustrated and angry we are regardless of what your political party belief is. At this moment, she said the American people, and that's doggone right. But she said that it's time for us to get these papers together. And now they're pulling up more evidence.
Yeah.
They're pulling up more evidence. They have WhatsApp messages of them forcing them to go on and pay up or something is going to go down. We don't know what it was that's going to go down. But he said, are we going to be upset? You don't want us upset. I was like, dang.
You know what I feel like, babe? I feel like, I don't know everyone's belief, but we believe in Christ Jesus. And I feel like we are coming into a time. Something big is about to happen. I feel it. I feel it so big. Something big is coming. And these are all little distractions upon what's big is about to jump off. I don't know what it is. It's been prophesied. It's something that's coming that people need to prepare for, and it's going to be bigger than the Fauci stuff. It's going to be bigger than that season.
P-Dub said, beware Fox and all. I mean, Fox is the last remaining hope for me. I mean, I don't really listen to anybody else. CNN, of course not. MSNBC, no. So Fox is a lot. Plus, one of our sponsors, we have information that we get from them, from articles and research. And what I like about them, and I'm going to go ahead and shout them out.
They're more of a partner to
us. But
yeah.
Ground News, we get information from them, and it gives you the slant of the side. So is this article written more from a left side perspective, or is this article written more from a right side perspective, or is it supposed to be more neutral? Then they show you like y'all seen one of our ads we did with for them is that it gives you all of the media conglomerates, and if they're independent and the big megas, you think you have your Los Angeles Times, your Washington Post, your Associated Press, but they may be still under a big media conglomerate that owns all three of these newspapers. So, that's another source is to fact check against other sources. But I like Fox because they are truly highlighting the negativity and really wanting to expose what's going on with your boy Biden. So I'm really, digging them. But, there's not going to be anyone that's going to be 100% like perfect all the time. We know that.
What's going on, Lou?
Lou, what's going on? How you doing? Shout out to Lou Valentino. How you doing?
What's going on, Lou? So I was also thinking too, man. I was like, yeah, I feel like war. I think P Dub Design said it. He was talking about war. But I feel like the war that's coming is not the war that you're thinking. I don't think we're looking at, World War. If it's another World War, it's not done with nukes. It's not done with rockets. It's gonna be done in a totally different way, man. Read. If y'all, I don't know, like you said, I don't know people's belief on here, but I believe that all the action of what you're looking at is in the book of Revelations. Now you just need to be able to break down what does that mean. Let me get an understanding of what this horse is. What is this? What is that? And there's a lot of this coming, man. AI's gonna go crazy. AI about to get ridiculous. Not to a level from where it's going to replace humans, but it's going to be a level to where if they don't put a lock and key on it, it can create something dangerous. It's a lot of stuff that's coming that's about to shake off.
So I was going to say, so in the event, and I think that it should be a separate live, for us to really talk about what are we doing to prepare? Because it's great to have all the information, but if you're not doing anything with the information that you're receiving, it's pointless.
Yeah.
So if we feel like something is coming, if we're getting all these warnings that something is coming, let's say it's a power outage for weeks, what is your family? A single family a single person family, couples, family, you all with kids, and you may have elderly that's there with you. What are you doing to prepare if there's a major power outage? We have no power for 14 days. Are you prepared? What are we going to do when this thing happens? So we've been doing some research. We've been studying. Do you have your family evacuation plan, or do you have a family emergency plan? And if you don't have anything else, guys, I'm definitely going to say start there. Start with an emergency plan for your family. Talk about who's doing what and what are those things that you're going to need the most. It can be done on a budget. It doesn't have to be the most expensive, but you have to be able to utilize your resources wisely, especially if you're going to be on a budget.
Yeah.
So I think that should be another live that we talk about, because we're all
that
about
that particular one.
Yeah. We're all about talking, but we're also about doing, not just saying stuff. It's about preparing ourselves, but also sharing to help you be prepared as well.
Yeah, I just know.
That's for sure.
I just know that whenever, it's not a good thing when all this stuff start pumping off, man. I just know it's not a good thing, man. What I'm hoping is, outside of all the distractions, that it doesn't affect Trump, and Trump can keep on going as he's going.
I don't think it will, and that's because
I hope it
like
doesn't. I don't think it will.
I'm seeing
because it's bull.
They're coming out with more and more facts. That's the key here. That the more they seem to want to throw these distraction, aliens, the submarine, the refugees, the other attorney general that's being impeached, that they was out there, but then it was kind of like you didn't hear no more about it. But all this stuff they keep putting up in the news, they're still coming. They're still holding true, because they know that we know that the government is crooked.
Yeah.
They know that, so they have to do something. They cannot just sit around and allow us citizens to believe that any human is above the law, the laws that we've put in place. That's the whole point of the checks and balances in government.
Yeah.
Because there's no highest, with the Supreme Court, but still.
Yeah.
Everybody, there's a checks and balances. So they know that something has to be done. So we can still have faith and believe in our government and in our justice system. So I believe they are going, I don't know if they're going to put him behind bars, because he is old. And I do want to say, I feel sorry for him. So I'm not saying he got to go to jail, but he needs to be consequented severely, and he needs to be fired from his position, and his son also needs to. Now he can he might need to get a little fed time.
Yeah, and that's never going to happen.
Because they talked about Ja Rule having the same tax situation as him, who got a couple of years, and who was the other person that recently they mentioned that had the same tax
Kodak
situation?
Black.
Got 3 years, right?
Kodak Black got 3 years, and Ja Rule got in trouble for the same thing. But that's a different whole elite. Ja Rule and Kodak Black ain't nothing compared to the Bidens.
I know, but that's what they're bringing up. These officials are saying these things now, not just.
What would I be without you?
These officials are bringing these things up to say, okay, so if these people went to prison behind the same thing, what's going on with your boy here?
I don't know, man, but it makes me a little. No, let me take that back. It don't make me nervous. What it makes me want to go into God more and say, what do I need to prepare for my household, and what do everybody else need to make sure they prepare for their household? Because it's more than what meets the eye. I talk about a book particularly, and I mention it all the time, but it's can I say the book? Yeah, we talked about the book.
Yeah, we have, but I don't know.
But
I'm a little sketchy.
It's so, but like I said, I know it. I tell people all the time to read Behold the Pale Horse. I read my Bible and then read Behold the Pale Horse. But just look how things that were talked about in the past are coming to light. All this is planned. Things will go down. Soon they'll use all these scare tactics and all these things that they're trying to put in place to go ahead and get everybody a good old 101 card. Get you off this cash, because we already we just working our promissory note money. So let's I was looking at one. I don't know, man. It just and I think the C word was a big one. I think the C word was a warning. I think that was a profound warning. It was a profound warning. I personally, even though they're coming out and they know for sure that this junk, that stuff came from China, you know what I'm talking about. Mm-hmm. That stuff came from China. Mm-hmm. I believe that we're in the time and age when God, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and let them release what they've been concocting over here, because it's that moved the needle. What happened in the last 2 years ago, that really moved the needle across the world, and it's moved it to a level that we can't even see that things were put in place. A lot of things were put in place when they went and kicked that off, because everybody in fear and scared. So let's go ahead and make stuff so they don't be scared and fearful. We're here to protect you. They're not here to protect you, my boy. They ain't here to protect you, my boy. So we need to. That's why I want Trump. That's why I still want Trump. I still don't feel like there's no political politician that's gonna be perfect. But at least you can get one that you're gonna know where people stand. I still feel like no one can be bought, but everybody who takes that seat has to take a little bit of compromise.
You mean you don't feel like Trump can be bought?
No, he can't be bought.
You said no one.
No, I don't feel like Trump can be bought.
Okay.
But even in that seat, no matter who it is in that seat, has to take a little bit of compromise. It just comes with the job. It comes with the job.
Well,
but I don't feel like we have to worry like we do with a Biden. With a Biden, you just straight up fraud.
I don't know if Trump. I don't know if he was compromised.
Every political person has to do a little bit of it.
Well,
but who's the one going to speak their mind? And I mean, it's like when you work your job. You got a job. You still have to go by some of the rules, and some of the rules we don't agree with.
True.
Some of the rules we don't agree with that we have to deal with. But at least the people know where the man stand.
True. Well, I feel like when you take that role and you want that position,
Mm-hmm.
you're already aware of the guidelines and stipulations that you're saying that you're going to agree to when you take that role. That's like with any job. Okay, well, and they say things but not limited to. So these may be your assigned roles, but there may be other roles and duties that they're going to bring up.
Listen, you know what I love about Trump, though? I will say what I love him. I feel like he the person, if something was about to get really nasty in the world, he'll be like, everybody, go buy a helmet right now. Go buy a helmet. Buy a helmet. And everybody like, damn, I got to go get me a helmet. Biden will be like this. It's okay. It's everybody's good as I speak to you from beneath the earth.
Like I said, guys. I don't feel like Trump compromises. I don't feel.
I didn't never say compromise.
I take it
back. I don't feel like. No, he speaks his mind, and he's the one, and he can't be bought. But everybody has to do a little level of that
negotiation. I like the word negotiation better.
People were hollering about the whole thing about the Fauci thing. People were so angry about when because there's certain little parts of that as a head of office that you do have to make a little bit.
But you have to give room for a human to be able to make mistakes and learn. I get that. And no, I was one of the ones at first that was not happy with how he was handling the situation. And some of his humor, people were literally taking his advice about the bleach situation and, but it was like a joke. But still, nevertheless, I feel like sometimes his words may be just a little harsh, but nevertheless, I feel like negotiation.
We need harsh.
I feel like negotiation is the better word than compromise. Because what we do know, because you're talking so darn much.
You're so jealous.
You're talking so darn much.
You can't control me, woman.
I feel whatever. I feel like he definitely doesn't have anything to lose. He was
it's all good.
He came in
Trump's still gonna get it,
and he was not trying to make friends with the people.
But
that's what
listen,
I like.
But what we have to worry about the concern.
You sweat, nature. Get you some napkins.
You are so jealous. You're so jealous because you ain't as excited as me right now. But no, what the concern is, my concern is over all this that's going on outside of what I'm telling you about what's coming is from the presidential side. What did they just do that will possibly affect the race? What did they just do on the back end that we did not see? Because y'all got to remember the whole goal is for them to get Biden another 4 years.
Please.
And then try to get Gavin Newsom in Gavin Newsom in office. You know what just happened in the world that we can't see that they tried to do on the back end but trying to rig the election. What just happened? I want to know what just happened.
It's not about. I think it's going to be. Yeah, they don't want Biden. They want
Gavin Newsom.
They want Junior.
No,
they want Robert Kennedy Jr.
No. They don't want Kennedy Jr. They don't want Kennedy Jr. No, they want Gavin Newsom. They want Biden. They want Gavin Newsom.
Gavin Newsom hadn't even stepped up. He's not one
watch
of the
out,
three.
Man. Watch out.
He has not officially stated he's about to run.
Watch. If it ain't this turn, watch the next four. Watch when it's time for after the next four. If Biden were to get in office, watch.
No, I think it's going to be Trump and Kerry for the Republican side.
No, I'm saying if they were to get him into office, then that's the whole ploy. But I want to know what just happened with all the distractions. What was the main goal behind distractions? And I guess we're going to see. I feel like we're going to see. They blocked the whistleblower on MS. See, that's what I was talking about. That was the whole whistleblower thing. What did they do to them? What did they do to that person?
That was the third distraction.
The whistleblower. What did they do to the whistleblower? Because y'all know that once they take the eye of the media of the whistleblower, but the whistleblower will be going through it on the back end, but the world will never know. Just like with Snowden.
Yep. Oh, he said his thing, and then he just disappeared.
Man, that stuff was all over the news,
put him in hiding.
And then it just got quiet.
Yep, it was at like zero. You didn't hear anything else about it.
Hey, everybody, look at that squirrel in that tree. Y'all look at that squirrel. That's such a nice squirrel.
Yeah,
then what happened? Then Snowden was going through it, but you didn't see it because it wasn't televised no more.
Yeah, Rebecca said Kennedy Jr. is way too moderate for them. Yeah,
Mike Obama is going to jump in.
I don't know much about him. I just the way he sounds to me.
Oh boy,
I don't know what's going on with his throat.
Who talking about JFK Jr.?
Yeah, no
RFK.
Yeah.
RFK, my bad. I think you mean RFK. You're right, RFK. I was thinking in my mind for some reason JFK is popping in there, but somebody, do help me out with this though. Is there an issue on RFK's voice? Because he got to talking and he got to talking fast. And he was like, we are one nation. I was like, oh Lord.
Yeah, I just
that threw me off a little bit. Is he
feel
okay?
like that.
Is RFK
That
okay?
his voice is like a voice of authority.
I thought he was nervous.
And the way he sounds. No, some other things are going on. Maybe he's hoarse, but it sounds like it's something else.
I thought he was nervous.
She said Greasy Gavin Newsom will sneak in. Yeah, you guys might be right. Well,
Yeah.
he's in the list, but he's not. He hasn't officially been. He hasn't.
Greg said his throat bothered me too. It's a spasmodic
Okay.
Okay. Forgive me, Lord. I didn't know. I thought he was just nervous up there. I'm sorry.
I just knew something was going on, but I was like, okay. And that for me, well, he's not on our side anyway. But it would just for me make me feel like, you want a leader that has a voice and a sound of authority.
Yeah.
That's going to be supporting their words. I want you to stand strong with your words. Especially.
It's a disease that causes larynx spasm. Forgive me, y'all. I didn't know. I did not know. That was the first time me hearing him speak was today. I was like, and that might be tough. That might be a tough one right there because the American people, I don't know. I'm gonna leave that one alone.
But he has support, but I don't know.
JFK during down the plane crash. Yeah, you're right. I wasn't talking about. I meant RFK, not JFK. RFK, not JFK.
Okay, so you can get the Botox shots in your vocal cords or surgery, right?
What, to swell them up?
No, he said to get. No, he said I guess that can help with his throat. You can get the surgery. I find it super encouraging that more black folks go up are waking up to the truth that Trump is the way better option. Well, yeah, but you got to do the research because many of us still don't believe that.
Yeah.
Many of us are still following woe to the okie doke and not doing the homework and research. We decided as we started diving down the content of slavery and started learning true facts about how things became about worldwide, not just in the U.S. We're talking about worldwide and how our economy and economic systems of trade, manufacturing, export, imports were done for the survival of our nation across the globe. Then we start understanding, and then we start listening to more Thomas Sowell. We start diving into Jordan Peterson. We start listening to others and start doing homework, reading peer-reviewed articles.
Yeah.
So it's like when you learn and you see and you have the information for yourself, you can't deny. I'm not the person that wants to erase, smear the truth of lies just because that's what these folks are doing, just because that's what they say and they okay with that, even if it ain't the truth.
Yeah.
It's just because we believe it is and we've been believing this all this time. We want you to keep on believing it. No. That ain't us.
What? Who particularly?
I'm just talking about the way the people think.
Yeah.
And why many black people still don't support Trump. They don't even have facts. They have fake news.
Yeah,
they allow some of the news
they still
from
in that
the
old
media
stuff, that old thinking.
To be able to say because this comment was made that he said something about black people or, he said this based off what this comment was that, he's a racist. But we were like, no, that ain't true.
Yeah.
That's not true. Where your facts?
That's the same media that's telling y'all the aliens in the boy backyard, the Titanic ship then imploded, and the documents taken. Then the same media that said about Trump. Now, when you go back and look at it, man, it's the same old fake stuff that they tell you because they don't want you going this direction. That's been one of the main key in the politics right now. They don't want y'all picking Trump. They don't want you picking Trump. And so.
And then when we did the video about the black liberal going into a Trump rally, that really also helped us see real people in real time of all races talking about how they felt and why they supported him.
Yeah.
And that's also had us thinking, okay, like, all right, now this is truly making sense. A lot of our values. So it was like, yeah, it's a win. It was a win-win, but we were willing to take the dive.
Yeah.
Most people just follow along with everybody else because that's what everybody else is doing, and they're too lazy.
Yeah,
they are lazy. People don't want to read. People don't want to do the work.
And
people don't want to have the conversations with family or with friends, or don't want to have the conversations because this is what you've been believing all this time.
Yeah.
So it's okay.
And laziness, yeah, it's easier for people to come to say, "Oh, y'all sold out," or whatever the negative words is.
I haven't heard that yet.
No, or it's for them to
please don't come
not
my way
study,
with that.
to not do their own research. It's easier to say that because
tail.
you don't see you don't see people out there, man. I don't see people out there saying, "Man, we got to make sure we don't vote to get Trump in." You don't hear people talking like that, like it 3 years ago. I mean, like 3 years ago. You don't hear people pushing like that no more.
And we also did a video where it was a young lady who was it Texas? And she was in the inner city.
Yeah.
She was in the inner city, primarily black area. And she was talking to inner city black people, asking them who they wanted, who they felt. And they were talking about Trump. They were giving it to you. They were giving facts. These people did their homework.
Yeah.
And one guy was like, man, I didn't vote, but if I this time, it's going to be him.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay. So it doesn't matter about, pretty much the income level. If you want to know about something in truth, you'll get the information. You got to want to know.
Yeah, you're right, Wrinkle. You said wrinkle brain. The same people that tell you men can be little girls. Yeah, I'm staying away from any party that say that's talking that kind of talk. It is nah, we ain't playing. No sir.
Right.
Yeah, we can do it. That's right.
And one thing too,
I just don't. I don't. The hype trying to scare people away from Trump ain't there no more. It ain't like that unless you gonna have a couple rappers get up with a couple politicians and say, hey y'all, man, we got to get. Ain't nobody talking about, man, hey y'all, man, we got to get Biden another 4 years. I'm telling people ain't talking like that. It would be everywhere. I would be hearing that kind of stuff. People ain't talking like that. People just sitting in the background.
Mo said they're bringing Trump. They're saying bring Trump back on the shade room. I bet.
Yeah.
I bet because what people
feel like that's when people start talking more. You know what I'm saying?
What people are realizing is that he has an overall true, genuine support for people as a whole. He's not perfect, and we're not going to put him on a pedestal. We can't put any human on a pedestal.
Yeah.
God is the only supreme.
And you know why? And just keep going. You can't put human on the pedestal because humans let you down, whereas God won't let you down. But keep going.
Yes, so they know that, honey. Y'all. But anyway, so God is the only one that reigns supreme. But anyway, I think that they're realizing that, holistically overall, he really cares for the people and he wants us to win as a whole. Even he was asking the young lady, we did the video, and she was like, are women going to get paid the same as men? And she rolled her
I don't
neck
think we even post that video yet, but no, keep
going.
Okay,
well, he said, if you can do the job.
She was like this too. Greta Thurman.
So I'm like, okay, let's go.
I'm like, man, come on.
So, I mean, he's not perfect. There were some things that we didn't necessarily agree with, initially. However, overall, you have to look at things from a holistic perspective, guys. You just can't see it from one lens, the way the news reports things. They're only going to report it from a slant, which is the slant they want you to perceive. And how you break down the information is they want it to be based off of their perspective way of reporting.
Yeah.
So therefore, you have to be able to discern and decipher and go and test their reporting by others. I mean, I know someone still writes it, but we got to be able to trust something because we're not out there reporting it. We're not at the scenes. We're not out there doing that.
Yeah.
So at some point, you got to be able to say, okay, I believe this. No, I don't believe that.
Yeah. He said, I tell people Jesus is not going to be on the ballot. Jesus is not going to be on the ballot.
True.
He are absolutely
Hello.
right. Who said that? Let me go back up.
Hello.
Who said that? VD 2021. Yeah, you're right. Jesus ain't going to be on the ballot, so you need to click.
Yeah,
click.
And God, and he said,
go for the Republican.
Works.
Go for the Republican.
You can pray all day, but if your feet ain't moving and you ain't doing nothing about it, faith and work without works is dead. We know that. So praying about it is not going to do it alone. We got to move. We have to move the needle with our actions and our words.
Everybody out there like Florida Evans. Oh, come on, we got to
stop it.
We can't. Yeah, you do have to put in the work.
Thunderberg said, well said, ma'am. Thanks for setting it straight. You're right. People are relying on social media and fake narratives promoted by lamestream media to get their facts, and nobody's reading. Got to be smarter. Absolutely. Absolutely.
I don't know. I still be tripping on that though. I remember, I just think
What's
back
up,
when
A.
Trump was
Taylor?
talking about fake news. I think y'all heard me mention this on the video before, but I was at one time I was like, the news ain't fake. This stuff ain't fake. And then you look and like, man, a lot of the stuff is crap. A lot of the stuff is crap. It said, who's standing in line for their microchip? You know what, Timothy, I think it's going to be different. Like I said, man, when people take whatever that mark is, it's going to be so subtle, and it's going to be almost like people going to want it. It's just like you having your iPhone or your apps on there. It's going to be people line up to get whatever that is, and it's going to be so simple. Just like the Fauci ouch, you're going to go into your local such and such to get it, because it's going to be so. They're going to make it so trendy and so technological and so up to date. It's going to be able to connect you through AI easy. Watch how sexy they're going to make that mark look. And all this shock testing they doing to see if everybody going to jump for it. You know what I'm saying?
I believe that P-Dub, he's saying go for Trump for chance to restore God's
Country,
country.
yeah.
Anyone will be the same old. And I believe that. And too bad he can't stay in there for 8 years, because I really feel like all this crap that's going on, he needs more than 4 years to be able to get us. I think him being in there now these 4 years will get us back on track, and it'll get us a little ahead. But a lot of damage has been done since he's been out. It's like as soon as he wasn't elected, they came in and they went to work.
I'm kind of nervous.
They went to work.
But any president, I'm kind of nervous about any president getting longer than 8 years of a term, because then that goes into the same levels of like how kings used to be back in the day. You think about Pharaoh and stuff when they run in a seat too long with that much power. But
that was some good kings back in the day.
Yeah, no, it was. But I don't feel like any person should get that long. I think 8 years should be the term. That you just want whoever's getting. Whereas Trump, it was 4, and then it was space, and then he gets another 4. They do the best in their term as possible, so they set it up so that the next president won't just go back and destroy what they set up. And I hope we keep it. It's so funny, man, when I hear myself talking, because I was so on the blue a while ago, and now I'm like, no, don't vote that blue. Get the red. At least you can get closer to what we want on this country.
Most definitely.
You two are certainly doing your part courageously as your fellow citizen. I applaud you and thank you. I appreciate it. Yes, because there's a lot of people that don't agree with us, but a lot of people that don't agree with us on the sleepy side. I
haven't had conversations, and I don't have
a lot of people don't even want to talk to us about politics knowing that stuff no more.
Having a conversation, because I'm going to give facts. I don't care about how you feel. I don't care about your opinions.
Yeah.
They don't move needles. If you want to talk to me, come with some facts that support your stance, and we can talk about them. I'm still learning. So what I'll do is, if I don't know, I'm going to go and do more research.
And the only person getting the needle is Hunter Biden right now. Only needle.
I mean, but yeah, I don't mind having an educated, cool, calm, collected conversation about difference in viewpoints, and let's state the facts, and then hey, keep it moving. But as someone, I think it was Mike, he said, vote your conscience. I feel he said God has ordained it already, which is true. But no, I mean, I feel like it's more than just voting your conscience. You got to vote for what's right and what we feel as though is going to be best for our country as a whole, because it's each one teach one. Yeah. And at the end of the day, we're all connected. Yeah. 360 degrees, full circle. We all connected. Regardless, at the end of the day, we are all human beings. God don't see color. He don't never talk about color. Not one time in the Bible. He talks about bloodline. Hittites. Who else?
Perizzites, Jebusites.
Exactly. All the ites. He talks about them in the Bible. And God did not play back in the day. When I have my prayer and meditation time, and I listen to this Bible app, I was talking to him like, man, God, what's the truth? He would tell them to go in and wipe out the whole city, the whole town. Don't leave nobody alive, and burn their stuff up, because he was too through with them and how they tried and how they checked him. So our God is a God of love, but he is a God of vengeance. If you don't listen and you didn't do what he said the way he's pleased, he was like, zip, don't play me. I am the one.
Listen, when the angel of the Lord talked a lot, I'd have been like, hey, everybody, we got to go now. Ah! Run. You turn your head if you want to. No, bye. She turned to saying, run.
You would have left me.
Run.
You low down. But y'all, I'm just saying, people ought to be glad for Jesus and he came, because he was the buffer. that God don't let his rage come out, he would have been turned. He would have started over again with the way the world is, with another flood because of how things are.
I just know that everything the Word of God talks about is lining up. It is so lining up, and I can't speak. I can't speak on other people's doctrines, and if you believe in different things. But I know the one I read, it is lining up so cleanly. What sets American Christians apart from? I want to see that apart. I want to see what that said. What sets American Christians apart from every other human is that we will live on His feet before we will die on His knees. Wow, let's go.
Let's go. Trump, go back.
Let's say Trump got, well, the Thunderbird said Trump did get 8 years, the second term by a landslide, but.
Right. But I mean, an additional, like 4 consecutive back to back, or at least another Republican Party that can continue to like.
Which means Trump got 8. I know he got 4.
No, he got 4, but if he gets elected, right, that's what he's saying. That's what he's saying.
It'll be a split 8. He had a split 8.
But I'm talking about to get done what we needed to get done. I feel like, to really solidify and lock some things in full target and build us back up from the damage that is being done to our government right now, because we the people have been cited. We have been slighted. We have been duped. We feel like, I'm saying this like I speak for everybody, but I know I speak for many other people out there, that if you aren't, and you are a high official, if you don't have to follow the rules and you're not being consequent, what about someone who is not a high official? What about your average citizen? If they don't follow the rules and do the same thing, what happens to them? It really ain't going to be no love. So no, that ain't right. That ain't right.
Yeah, Teresa, like you said, it's about the time to flip tables, just like Jesus did. You're absolutely right, trying to flip them tables over. All these money changers in here, these snakes.
So we were talking about distraction, guys. We identified the 3 distractions, which were the aliens, which were, what was the second one?
It was aliens. It was the distraction with the Trump
submarine,
the files, and it was the submarine. Those were the 3 distractions that are going on. And as you know, the closer it gets to whatever they are doing, or somebody about to being exposed, they go and make the distractions. They'll make them come closer and closer and closer, because, like I said, we were talking about the aliens, man. Ain't nobody talking about the aliens no more. And you would think the aliens is one of the ones, I'd say, out of all of them,
I don't want to go down that soap dish anymore. I just wanted to bring it up because somebody was just hopping on, but I was just saying.
How rude.
I was just saying that we know that even though we have these, they're trying to throw these distractions in. Some of us were a little bit, some of us were a little bit, kind of skewed with the aliens were for real. And the submarine was the real deal too, but nevertheless, the timeliness of the reporting makes it seem like distractions.
Yeah,
that's kind of like how I'm
feeling.
Ain't
saying it is.
Okay, yes, okay, you're right. But the truth shall set you free. So one thing I can say, I'm gonna say this, and then you're gonna read P-Dub's super chat, is that what I think I can really dig it on is Marjorie, and it's another Republican Senator, Congresswoman, or on the majority committee. She's saying that no, we ain't letting this slide, and that's what I like. It don't take but one. It don't take but one, and that's what leadership is all about. It don't take but one.
Yeah.
They gonna get in there, and they gonna get some of their other constituents to agree and not be scared. You have to be brave.
Yeah. And I'm just starting to not trust the news, period. And, I still never have really totally trusted news. I completely don't trust CNN. And then I'm just starting to feel like, all of it has that. At least you can get some of the source that makes sense from the Fox side, but you still got to be mindful of them too. Read P-Dubs. Read it out loud. Read it for the class.
How brain functions, that's the last part name. How brain functions when receiving new information. If not initially challenged, the brain utilizes it as true until challenged in the future. Challenge all, even Fox, until you vet it. I get you. Bias everywhere, me included.
No, I agree. I agree. Challenge it all.
I feel you.
Challenge it all.
But you have to be able to check it by something. If you're not the one doing the research yourself, you still have to be able to be at some point okay with reading this to say I accept this as being true facts.
Yeah.
If you're going to be in question of everything, then you're going to be missing things. So, we have to at some point say this is new. We trust this source, and this may be the one that we check others by. Okay, are they saying the same thing? But at some point, you got to trust the information because we're not doing the research. We ain't out there covering these stories. We're not providing these research projects
Yeah.
to get the facts. So, yeah, I agree. But at the same time, you still got to trust some form of news.
I mean, I agree. Some
But we
form
know
of it.
CNN ain't it.
No, I ain't trusting no CNN. I'm CNN because firstly, I don't.
And that's the spirit of discernment. You know, that's just truly having that spirit of discernment. That's going to come from God. You know when you get that feeling inside of your gut, like something ain't right. That's because you got to pay attention. And every time we don't listen to the voice, every time we don't pay attention, something happens and we're like, man, I wish I had listened because it told me to go that way, but I went this way instead. It could be as something as little as get off the highway right now so you're not stuck in this traffic jam, but you say, well, no, let me go down a little further. And then you stuck when he already told you to get off at the exit that you was just about to pass.
That has happened to us, and then
several times.
Especially with people, when you start feeling an eerie feeling or something funny about a person, never disregard that because it's always going to be what you felt.
I believe that, Helen. And read Cats because
Kat
Brian loves Dan
Yeah,
Bongino.
Yeah, I love Dan Bongino.
Go ahead.
Dan Bongino is always the best on corruption. He worked in the government for Clinton, Obama, and Bush as Secret Service. He knows the game. Yeah, that's why we be going to Dan Bongino because that stuff be on point. I'm like, yo. When he be talking, I'm like, yo.
And I believe that, Helen. And now that's what I'm learning.
When Dan Bongino, that little vein get thick right there, you start hearing that. You be like, hey, boy, you need to listen. Yeah, I be just like this. Before we react to stuff, I'm like, all right, he about to go in on this one. He gonna go in on this one. So we're gonna pull it up, and I see that vein thicken. I'm like, yeah, you talking that stuff right now.
I can agree. But Helen is saying Trump has got to teach Republicans to be way more strong, and that's what I'm learning.
I agree.
They have. I like their stance, their voice, but yeah, they are. They're not openly vocal about things. I guess I want to say maybe independently.
Yeah.
But maybe collectively, they may, she's trying to get them together. But maybe this is a start. There has got to be a point there's got to be a place somewhere where someone has got to stand up to be that voice and not afraid. And maybe it's coming from the House, the committee, the Oversight Committee. Marjorie, and it's another.
Yeah, Marjorie going in. She was like, come on. She was like, oh, it's time to run this impeachment.
Her name. She's got dark brown hair. But
Judge Jeannie?
No, not Judge Jeannie. That's Fox. I'm talking about on the House committee. It's two of them. Two women are speaking up, saying they about that life. It's time to get them papers out. I can't think of her name.
She had them glasses.
Yep,
on?
she had glasses.
And she said she got a grandchild. She was talking. We were listening to the other day. She's
her children, not grandchildren.
And she has
that's right. She's got 4 kids, and she was mentioning her grand. Exactly. So, and maybe but it has to be someone who might be more brave that will get your counterparts to say, come on, y'all know this ain't right. Open your mouths. We secure in our positions because we doing things right.
Hey, Linda, I don't think it's going to happen like that. You say if Biden declares we are at war, there is no presidential election 2024. Fact check. I don't believe it's going to happen like that. I believe if we went into some next level World War III, it's not going to be done with nukes. It could be done on a totally different level, and wouldn't need to be where somebody's shooting a bomb over to blow stuff up. It'd be on some new technology kind of stuff, And if we can let a hot air balloon come over with an old radio attached to it, then I don't know. Somebody can tamper with the water. They can do whatever if we letting them slide with that kind of stuff. So you never know, man. That's another thing I was saying. Y'all want to be careful about water. We're gonna start doing that ourselves, man. Y'all want to be careful about water, man. Start getting, just have a little extra water store aside, because I believe that's something that's going to be coming. It's going to be some issues with the water. Just like how they had in New York when people predicted about the air quality, and then that big old, years later, big smoke cloud came through that was burnt. It was smoke from a burning fire from somewhere else, and it messed with the air quality. So I believe it's gonna be like that with water. So people get water.
What's good, Mark? No, you're right. We talked about that one too. So he was saying that Biden knew about the submarine in Florida.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so
for sure,
right?
Because he got the receipt.
So give us some thumbs up, if you all want to have us, if you all want us to do a live and we engage you guys on like how to prepare in the event of an emergency situation, and just kind of someone helping you create an emergency plan guideline. You got to get more detail specific, but we can give you some overall general guidelines as practices and things that we're doing to prepare ourselves, whether it happens and we're together, whether it happens and something happens and we're not together, and there's no cell phone towers available. How are you going to connect with your loved ones? Like walkie-talkies. I'm just giving you an example.
Yeah.
So, okay, for sure. So we'll definitely continue working on that, and we'll get together in the next live or two. My mother-in-law is going to be here next Friday, but we'll be on live next Friday.
Yeah, we still gonna get on. We still gonna jump on.
Yeah, should be in Saturday. So yeah, that's no problem. Okay, so maybe we should do that next weekend.
What? Talk about
Friday.
about
prepping. We'll make it a short.
That would be a good one.
A short version of it, and then maybe talk about some other things. But I think that's really smart, because these are the things that we don't think about, y'all. We don't think about these things until it happens.
Yeah.
And then it's your family is messed up.
And you remember, you told me before time, you were like, you're like, we need to go get some toilet paper. I was like, no, we good. And I waited, and that was ridiculous.
Because he was outside standing in the line an hour before to get the store open to be in line.
No, I'm talking about when you first said it, before everything jumped off.
I know.
Hey, man, you got to discern the spirit.
But planning is so key in
the Holy Spirit. You got to discern
the success of things, guys.
It said the church has been woefully silent on the evils of this administration. Yeah, because you got a certain level of the church of going weak. Now the church is starting to get to it. Church is starting, revival is starting to come, and people are starting, it's coming to a different level now. People are speaking up and ready to talk about and tackle certain things that the old church in the past that wasn't doing nothing. So I think that's going to change. It's going to change. But that's why we got to make sure that we get the right president in office, because certain presidents and now they found the church being weak, and you blackballing the pastor for not accepting certain things, so we got to be mindful.
I heard about
who
that
we getting
too,
in there.
Taylor. That was
What's
sad.
that?
Well, he was talking about the Nigerian lady got stoned to death about, thanking God for passing her exam. Yeah, that's crazy.
Wow, that's
yikes. Yeah. Now I really feel like Trump has a very big chance.
he got a big chance.
Like he has a.
It's gonna be way more people going for him than people.
That's right.
People know.
Because my thing is, what do you have to lose? What do you really have to lose? And just go back and get the facts. You can go to Google Trump's successes as president in 2024, or what was his major strides, or I forgot what my search was, but it was what did Trump accomplish in office as president during his presidency, something like that. And actually,
that was good. That was
the
good.
White House, on their website, they have a list of each president, what they have, because I'm going way back. I want to go back to like Nixon, and I've even looked at the Constitution and saw presidents that I ain't even never heard of. I'm like, who are these people? It's like a gap in time. You get about 10 presidents that I never heard of. So it's like, okay, let's go back and let me learn about some of these presidents, what they accomplished, and some of the scandals that have gone on in office. That's information that I want to know. So you can actually go and Google it for yourself, and you're going to go to the White House's as a valid source. We're going to trust their information because they're putting out the facts. They got it. And see the things that he did for us as a nation. So I'm like, what do you have to lose? Who you going to gamble with?
Yeah, Mark, you said Sodom and Gomorrah, God burned them for the sins of humanity. Yeah, he couldn't find not one good person out there. Now God was like, it wasn't one good soul.
But he burned down. He would tell them to go, and it was several towns and cities that he would have wiped out.
Yeah, he wiped out.
It wasn't just Sodom and Gomorrah.
No, he wiped out like 3.
It was several.
He wiped out 3. 2 people walked on water.
I'm in the book of Joshua now, and Joshua, he told him to go, and one of his men did not. He told them to go and take care of this town, kill everybody, everything, and burn their stuff up. But this person, I can't believe who it was, he brought something back. Him and the wives or his family, they brought some of the goods back, and they hid it. And some things were happening to them. And he was like, what's going on? Why you bring this bad luck on us? He was like, yeah, we didn't get rid of all the stuff. They had to kill him. God said, you got to kill him. And he killed them and buried the rocks on top of them. God is the truth. He don't play. That was before Jesus' time. That's why he was so critical. He talked directly to the prophets, to the people back then. He would send the angels. God is the truth. I don't understand why people want to test and play with him like they in control.
Because man has always had a desire to worship something. Human beings were made to worship, but then the problem was they made to worship, but they'd be falsely deceived to go worship off. and to be distracted. We're the greatest form sitting on this earth, man.
He's giving us time. He's giving people time to repent, to get to know him and understand him, and know that he's also the God of love and grace and mercy. But at the end, every knee will bow and every tongue will confess
that Jesus is Lord.
That's right.
That's why the 2 times, they tried to get her, and swatted.
Marjorie Taylor,
they tried to get
Green,
her at home in Georgia. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Marjorie Taylor. Yeah, shout out to Marjorie Taylor.
Yes.
Let's see, discernment. This is what they call it. Yeah, we got to discern in these critical times. We got to discern. It's getting weird out in these streets, man.
Go back. Somebody said Fox is not good. Is that what I just saw? This. Wait a minute. Go back.
Fox is not good. They fired Tucker, and they are forcing their employees to celebrate Pride Month.
I mean, I get that. And Carrie Lakes, when she was talking to Piers Morgan. Did we release that video yet?
Which one?
About Piers.
Yeah.
I think we did. Okay.
Yeah.
So she was talking, and I really like how she was handling Piers. I just wish she had been a little tougher with him.
Yeah.
But she was setting them straight, and she was saying that the person that is over his show was like. So I get it, but I feel overall, the way they report, for the most part, is still with the slant of reporting the media with a right perspective. So they're going to highlight key things of the right. I think there are some lefties that are on the shows that's giving you that different perspective amongst the other righties on there.
Yeah.
But I still like their perspective overall. I haven't found another one. I read things on my phone. I'm looking at Twitter, but when you look at tweets, you're still looking at tweets from other news sources. So, the ground news is another one that we look at. What?
INDEPENDENT. You know what that means? She got her own house. She got her own car. That's funny. But that's funny.
Do you know what that means?
Yeah. But no, man, I think we're going different this way. I believe a lot of black people are going to go for buying, long as T.I. and them ain't going up and saying, going there and talking and trying to sway the black folks.
Well, I mean, and if that's the case, then that's on them.
Yeah.
But who was for it's other artists that was for him. Mayweather didn't say he was truly for him, but he spoke on the fact that he can agree with certain things based off some things that he said. Mike Tyson as well.
Two-way ham radio. That's what we need. Because we've been looking at walkie-talkies, but walkie-talkies, unless you get the high-grade kind, let's say we're here where we are, and then you in Chino, it ain't gonna make it that far.
True.
So you gotta have. So yeah, ham radio is a good thing. Ham radio. Only thing with ham radio, you need to have it right. You got to have a spot for that big old antenna. That antenna, you got to cut a hole in your roof to fit the ham radio antenna to come out the top of the ceiling. That's the only thing with a ham radio, man. You got to have a large enough antenna. But that's the longest form of communication. So I definitely recommend everybody get a form outside of your cell phone to be able to talk. Them old Nextel church. Hey, them Nextel church.
The people still use them Nextel phones.
Yeah, you going? Nah.
Right.
You be like, bro, if you don't call him,
I remember that.
Used to make no sense. It look cool, God. But it made no sense.
Yeah.
I'm in the car. 10-4.
I never wanted one of those, but now it's like, you might need one of them. Oh my God.
Right. I don't know what kind of SIM card to work in them with these towels. But yeah, man. So we want to just bring this to reckoning, man. So a lot of things going on. If you look in history and you look at certain books, they talk about all this stuff going on, and the Bible is number one.
Most definitely, Thunderberg. Thank you. I just want to say thank you guys for hopping on and supporting us and wanting to engage with us. That allows us to get to know more about you and really start, developing some real connections with you guys, and you guys to get to really build connections with us. That's what it's really all about, and sharing the information. So we're going to do emergency evacuation plan and share.
Plus we'll talk about, what's going on too, but that's included.
Most definitely. That's definitely something that's so key for us to know what to do when it goes down, for sure. Whether you're in a house, you're in an apartment, it's something that you still can do no matter where you are, even, with the budget, or if you have an unlimited budget. Either way, you still can definitely plan and be prepared.
Lobo, we've talked about that topic many times. I guess there's no need to keep talking about that day. But I appreciate you though for bringing it up. Pray the rosary. Let's see what it say. Leave out. Okay. Let's see. Those traders are going to get their comeuppance. Yeah. Levi was crazy because of the water. Somebody thumbs down. Let's see.
Well, yeah,
Trump
we're wrapping
2024.
Most definitely.
Yeah, man. So we're gonna wrap it up.
You guys. Thank you so much for your time. We will be back 7:30 p.m. next Friday, and we'll be discussing what to do in an emergency crisis, major disaster, or whatever happens.
Plus
power outage.
Yep. Plus
and,
political wise.
Yeah. What else is going on that's relevant, trendy?
And make sure, hey, everybody, go ahead and smash that subscribe button if you're not already subscribed to the channel. Go ahead and subscribe right now while it's fresh in your mind. You be like, oh, I forgot to subscribe and turn on my notifications so I can get everything they do. I said that kind of like Islander notifications. You like that? That was like when you thinking too quick and your words ain't coming out. Help 'em. So yeah, smash that like button. Y'all don't forget, man, we still got the giveaway going. Once that close out, then we closing that one out. Shout out to everybody who has already enrolled into the giveaway. Your name is in the list, and we're getting ready to close that one out soon. But we will announce when that one gets ready to close out. So if y'all look below, I said get it right there. Click the link, join the channel, get into the giveaway. Get you a free cell phone.
See you next week.
And like, comment, subscribe. Don't take a nosedive, but comment in the section below.
Appreciate you. Thank you so much.
We'll see you on the next one, man.
Bye.
Bye-bye.